is Friday, and I hope you are having a good day. Obviously, if you know you have a good weekend coming up, you can imagine how you're feeling right now. My name is Doreen Avio, and the show is Let's Talk Showbiz. Today, we get to talk about the famous Kotoka movie premiered. Of course, that movie was produced by actress Yvonne Nelson, had the likes of Majid Michelle, Ekwapim Polo, and others. I'm so looking forward to, actually watching that with you. Plus, I have Jackie Ankra. Jackie, she's been doing journalism, presentation, everything in the media space for a long time. Plus, if you did not know she was into music, she is into that. This morning, I had her on Daybreak Hits, and she's been sharing with us some of the things that she feels or the mistakes at the moment people are doing in the media space that are not too good. Hey, there's so much I have you on the show. Eh? My name is Doreen Avio, and the show is Let's Talk Showbiz. If you're just joining me, this is Let's Talk Showbiz. I know it's really packed, but today I couldn't give you all, the intros to it. But we're starting with Kotoka, a movie that was produced by actress Yvonne Nelson, had the likes of Majid Michelle, Ekwapim Polo, Kweku Elliott, quite a number of actors there. She did a massive media tour for the movie, and indeed, all the massiveness, it really brought a lot of people to the cinemas to watch the movie. My colleague Kwame Datsi was there. Pretty beautiful, pretty simple, but it was good. Let's check out excerpts of everything that happened at the cinemas.
What role did you play?
I was a cell leader, I was the cell leader.
How did you feel like?
Oh, it felt great because, already I have the experience, so no hard feelings. Like, I didn't find a difficulty playing that role. It was so smooth for me.
I want everybody to come see this film because there are a lot of lessons in life to learn in this film.
How was the role like?
It's my first time hacking. So I would love to say it was quite challenging, but with the proper direction, I think it went okay.
Why did you accept to play this role?
I think because it was challenging and I wanted a challenge. This is my passion, this is what I schooled for. So it was something that I knew I could do and that would push me. So that's why I took it.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good for the fact that we have people here coming to see the movie. Because that's the dream of every filmmaker, that when you finish doing the movie, people will come and watch it. So seeing people here going to the cinema halls to see the movie, I am so excited about it.
Kotoka is a beautiful movie, and I'm happy the fans came out to see it. Ghanaians usually get the characters I play in movies, and of course, the real Yvonne, they get it mixed up all the time. Because I'll give you an example. When I started acting, a role like Princess Tyra, people still look at me and go like, she's arrogant, she's bitchy, she's this and that and that, just because I played an arrogant princess. So it's always difficult for people to differentiate, the character you play in movies and the actual person, because they don't get the chance to meet you and even have a conversation with you. So they just see the role and they're like, I'm sure she's like that, I'm sure she's like, yeah.
So that was excerpts of the movie Kotoka. If you haven't seen it, guess what? It's still at the cinemas. You might want to go there and check them out. Now let's move straight to Jackie Ankra. As I mentioned, if you're one person who started watching Home Sweet Home back in 2000, you know that she was actually the mother there before Ramabu took over. She's been a voice behind a lot of commercials. Like, she still does it. But most importantly, she's into gospel music. She was on Daybreak Hits this morning on Hits FM, and I had a good time talking to her. I had to find out if she was still doing journalism and all that. She said once in a while she does it, but she also had to pinpoint some small mistakes a lot of presenters or even journalists do when they are actually on the space doing their thing. Wasn't anything bad, but of course, she's a professional and she just needed to bring that out. So let's listen to Jackie Ankra on that one. Like anytime your name is mentioned, your father's name comes up. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel?
You know, it's funny you should say this, because I received a lot of attacks recently because I said I was proud of my father. But whose father will I be proud of? So I can't do anything about who I am, who my parentage is. My father is my father. My father was who he was. And I am proud of him. And I'll say that again. He was a brilliant soldier. And as far as I know, he will always be remembered in the history of Ghana. You can't take that out. So I've learned some things from him which keep me today as a grounded African woman. I think when you've been away for as long as I have, people say, oh, have you stopped singing? I never stopped. I was always singing at weddings, in church, at small events, but never quite, as publicly as I would have liked. And people seem to think that and when you come back after such a long break, it can be difficult. Yeah. But there are kind people, angels, destiny helpers, what else can I call them? And they've opened doors for me. And so I'm just grateful. And I'd like to say thank you. Like you, for example.
I receive it. But are you ever worried that, like you are doing music, there are a lot of gospel musicians out there, but they're moving, like their music it's being talked about. People are hailing them. Everything is going on so well. Are you ever worried that, oh, my song is not a hit and people are not too much into it?
Well, my song is a hit.
That is the belief.
But my song is a hit. No, I as I say, I mean, I'm a realistic person. I've been there in the shade or behind the scenes working, and I don't expect that I should be upset or envious or jealous of the person who's been working hard at it night and day, releasing a song every 3 months. I mean, how dare you come and say Diana Hamilton deserves to be at the back because I'm Jackie Ankra? No, but she's been working hard night and day, and we can all see the results. Celestine Donko, she's been working hard night and day, So I'm watching them and feeling good about them, and I'm proud of them. Well, maybe you might not be the one to break the news and all that, but I'm sure you've been monitoring the space of journalism, presentations and all that. What do you think has changed in our time, like at the moment? In my day, there was a lot more training. In my day, you wouldn't just sit on radio and just speak. To this day, I script everything I say. I wouldn't just come and sit on radio without a script. I do that, even though it's my show. I like to script. I like to know where I am, what I'm thinking from step to step, moment to moment. So I think that's missing a lot. The training is missing. But then again, there's a lot more money now than there was in my day. So people are making a lot more money. But I think people need to learn more, especially when it comes to pronouncing the names of towns and people. And, I don't know why you won't just Google. Google will teach you the correct pronunciation. But I find that people murder and slaughter words and toss them about recklessly. So that's another thing. And I think people feel that because the mic makes you powerful, just turn it on and speak. But I think you're better off if you plan, if you script, if you study, if you learn. We can't be the receptacle of all knowledge, so it's good if you can learn. I think that's what's missing right now.